Hallo meine lieben Freunde und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Channel TV und zu Hauch der Windblumen. Heute Tag 5 in der Aktion Hauch der Windblumen. Wir haben wieder ordentlich was zu tun, aber zuerst gönnen wir uns mal die Auflösung der kleinen Story Quest. Und zwar Hauch der Windblumen, dritter Akt, Glück in den Wolken. Zuck. Blub, 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 blub. Bin ich blind? Habe ich nichts hier verfolgen gedrückt? Ach so. Ich muss mal wieder warten. Wann? Nächsten. Nächster Vormittag. 8. Das mag meine OCD befriedigen. Ja. So. 8 bis 10, oder? Ich hoffe.
It's time! It's time! Let's go meet Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench!
At the crafting bench! Okay, genau. In unserem tollen Briefkasten, den wir aufgestellt haben. Ich bin mal gespannt, was da jetzt rauskommt.
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups. Nice work! Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Windblumenfest Teil 3, Glück in den Wolken. Yay. Liest die Hinweise zu der Blume, die nicht existiert. Über die Blume, die nicht existiert. Nach unserem Gespräch neulich habe ich sorgfältig über die Worte der Prophezeiung nachgedacht. Die Blume, die nicht existiert, klingt wie ein Paradox. Wenn eine Blume nicht existiert, dann kann sie nicht wahrgenommen werden. Wenn eine solche Blume aber tatsächlich existiert, passt sie dann nicht zu der Prophezeiung. Die Lösung des Rätsels muss also nicht unbedingt eine echte Pflanze sein. Bei allem Respekt muss ich aber auch anmerken, dass derjenige, der sich dieses Rätsel ausgedacht hat, vielleicht nicht alle Pflanzen der Welt kennt. Und ich denke, dass niemand so kühn ist, eine solche Behauptung aufzustellen. Deshalb kann man sich einige seltene Pflanzen als möglichen Kandidat für die Antwort durchaus vorstellen. Im Anhang findest du eine Liste mit seltenen Pflanzenarten. Ich habe für jede Art von Pflanze eine kurze Beschreibung verfasst. Hoffentlich findest du einen Pflanzennamen, der deiner Vorstellung entspricht. Viel Erfolg, Tainari. Albedo. Die Blume, die nicht existiert, klingt nicht nach einem existierenden Lebewesen oder einer Pflanze, die durch spezielle Anbautechnik geschaffen wurde. Ich denke, dass wir über den Tellerrand schauen sollten. Nach einer Überprüfung der bisherigen Erkenntnisse habe ich meine Antwort gefunden. Sucrose hat auch mit mir darüber gesprochen, während ich diesen Brief schreibe. Hat sie sich noch nicht für eine Antwort entschieden. Deshalb würde ich meine eigenen Schlussfolgerungen jetzt noch nicht preisgeben. Wir können sie bei unserem nächsten Treffen im Detail besprechen. Außerdem hoffe ich, dass auch alle anderen ihre Antwort mitbringen können. Es war ein bisschen seltsam, einen Brief in den von mir selbst gebastelten Briefkasten zu stecken, aber ich habe meine Antwort gefunden. Zunächst dachte ich, dass die Blume, die mithilfe der Alchemie erschaffen wird, genau die Blume, die nicht existiert, in der Prophezeiung ist. Aber nachdem ich weiter darüber nachgedacht habe, wird mir klar, dass ich anstelle einer echten Pflanze ein blumenförmiger Apparat aus alchemistischen Teilen besser zu der Beschreibung passen könnte. So komme ich zu einer Schlussfolgerung, eine blumenförmige Uhr. Das lange Leben streichelt über die Uhr und die Blume, die verrinnenden Jahre wirbeln die Blätter auf und rücken den Uhrzeiger der Zeit vorwärts. Möglich. Ich wüsste zwar nicht, wo diese Uhr stehen sollte, aber... Der Wegweiser, der sich niemals verirrt. Mona. Es gibt niemanden auf dieser Welt, der sich nie verirrt, aber solange das Licht in deinem Herzen noch leuchtet, solange du noch bereit bist, andere zu begleiten und zu helfen, kannst du das Schiff sein, das für immer auf den Ozean segelt. Ich habe nicht versucht, die Zukunft vorauszusagen, als ich diesen Brief schrieb, aber ich habe das Gefühl, dass ich die Wahrheit der Prophezeiung mit euch allen bezeugen werde. Wenn es so ist, klopft bitte an meine Tür. Ich werde mitkommen. Mona. Ich habe schon lange darüber nachgedacht, eigentlich könnte ich mir gar nicht vorstellen, dass ich eine Rolle in dieser Aufgabe spielen könnte, bevor du und die anderen zu mir kamen. Nun, wie ihr alle wisst, bin ich wahrscheinlich nicht qualifiziert, andere zu leiten, denn ich bin selber nicht stark genug. Ich bin immer noch dabei herauszufinden, wie ich mit dieser Welt auf freundliche Weise umgehen kann. Wenn du mich fragst, wer dir helfen kann, würde ich sagen, meine gute Freundin Fischl und ihre Freundin Mona, die Astrologin. Beide sind sehr sachkundig und mutig. Sie sind wahrscheinlich diejenigen, nach denen ihr sucht. Dies ist meine Antwort. Ich wünsche euch allen viel Glück. Auch Bennett. Amber. Wegweiserin ist ein zu großer Titel für mich, aber ich würde gern eine Freundin für jeden sein. Ich bin eine gute Zuhörerin und bin für jeden da, der sich verloren fühlt. Das ist meine Stärke. Ich bin wie eine Fackel in der Wildnis, solange sie noch brennt, kann sie jeden erleuchten. Die folgenden Sätze darf Colley nicht lesen. Wenn du das liest, Colley, schau weg. Ich habe mir in letzter Zeit Sorgen um Colley gemacht. Sie hat sich zwar von der Krankheit erholt, aber sie ist nicht sehr fröhlich. Sie sieht nicht sehr fröhlich aus. Es fühlt sich an, als ob sie noch etwas nicht losgelassen hat. Erlaube mir, meinen Wunsch hier aufzuschreiben. Ich hoffe, dass Colley die Prophezeiung entschlüsseln und ihr Glück finden kann. Und ich hoffe, dass ich ihre gute Freundin bleibe, wo immer sie ist und wer immer sie wird. Unsere Beziehung ist nicht die der Retterin und der Geretteten. Wir sind einfach gute Freundinnen. Mika, okay. Hallo. Ich hoffe, dieser Brief erreicht euch bei besser Gesundheit. Ich habe nicht mit dieser Frage gerechnet, ganz ehrlich. Sie hat mir zu Beginn große Kopfschmerzen bereitet. Alles, was ich tun kann, ist, andere bei der Orientierung zu unterstützen. Auf der Reise ihres Lebens bin ich allerdings selber derjenige, der sich immer noch verirrt und Hilfe von anderen braucht. Aber als ich diese Frage sah, wusste ich sofort, womit ich helfen konnte. Ich habe versucht, eine Vegetationskarte für Herrn Tanari und Fräulein Colley zu zeichnen und auch eine Tabelle des zeitlichen Auftretens des Drachens für Herrn Saino zu erstellen. Beide sind unten beigefügt. In kommenden Tagen muss ich mit den Truppenführern auf Patrouille gehen und Karten für Fräulein Lisa zeichnen. Ich bin aber im Gedankenbereich und bitte um euer Verständnis. Ich hoffe, dass die Karte und der Kalender euch weiterhelfen. Ist Mika Kartograf, ja? Okay, das ist mir irgendwie an mir vorbeigegangen, aber ja, hier geht es anscheinend um eine Person, weil die liefern nicht viele Antworten. Also eine von den Personen wahrscheinlich. Hinweise zu dem Mensch, der nicht lügt. Saino. Ihr habt nicht Unrecht, wenn ihr annehmt, dass ich normalerweise nicht lüge. Das hat mit meinem Hintergrund zu tun. Ich bin ein Wüstenbewohner, der seit seiner Kindheit in der Akademie gelebt hat. Daher wird man mir nie trauen, wenn ich auch noch lüge. Ich habe gelernt, weniger zu sagen und wenn dann nur das Nötigste. Die Entschlüsselung der Prophezeiung kann Gefahren mit sich bringen. Wenn jemanden braucht, der niemals lügt, kann ich euch begleiten. Alles klar. Rosaria. Eins muss ich klarstellen. Ich bin keine, die nie lügt. Nachdem ich diese Frage gehört habe, erinnere ich mich an viele Gelegenheiten, bei denen ich gelogen habe. Ich habe oft Ausreden, um die Chorprobe zu vermeiden. Manchmal habe ich auch Lügen erzählt, wobei Täuschung nicht meine Absicht war. Da wollte ich lediglich etwas glücklicher sein und aufhören, mich weiter abzuquälen. Die beste, gut gemeinte Lüge, die mir eingefallen ist, war für Waka. Ich behauptete, dass ich nicht in Mondstadt bleiben will. Waka antwortete auch mit einer Lüge, die genau sein Rat an mich war. Deine Fähigkeiten sind noch nicht für ein Leben jenseits der Grenzen von Mondstadt geeignet. Leider kann ich diese Frage nicht beantworten, aber ich schlage vor, darüber nachzudenken, was es bedeutet, niemals zu lügen. Bedeutet es wirklich, niemals zu täuschen oder niemals in böser Absicht zu lügen? Ich wünsche, dass ihr die richtige Person wäre, nach der ihr sucht. Ich bin zuversichtlich, dass ihr jemanden finden könnt, der euch weiterhelfen kann. Viel Glück dabei. Okay, die ist auch raus. Laser. Ich habe meine Meisterin Lisa gebeten, diesen Brief zu schreiben. Viel besser als das, was ich aufgeschrieben hatte. Danke. Ich lüge nicht, ich vertraue dir. Komm zu mir, wann immer du mich brauchst. Ich bin immer verfügbar. Ach, Razor ist so pure und rein einfach, ne? Und die Legende, die niemals endet. Lisa. Legenden wurden von Menschen geschrieben. In diesem Sinne gibt es keine Legende, die niemals endet, sondern nur Geschichten, die eines Tages mit Bedauern zum Abschluss kommen. Aber solange eine gute Geschichte in den Herzen der Menschen lebt, bleibt sie in gewisser Weise für immer bestehen. Nachdem ich viele, viele Bücher gelesen habe, bin ich zu diesem Schluss gekommen. Mein Süßer, viel Glück, Lisa. Gott, ey. Mama ist Reiseschriftstellerin, aber eine ihrer Freundinnen hat Märchen geschrieben. Ich habe gehört, dass eine Geschichte, an der ihr Autor sein ganzes Leben lang schreibt, bestimmt eine gute Geschichte ist. Klee. Alles klar, Kollege. Ich denke, die Legende, die niemals endet, sollte eine Geschichte mit Hoffnungen und Träumen sein. Sie ist wie ein Staffelstab, der von einer Person zur nächsten weitergereicht wird. Geschichten wie diese sind für jeden sinnvoll. Solche Geschichten haben mich schon mehrmals ermutigt. Also, das ist meine Antwort. Okay. Gucken.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively passed from one person to the next.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
Wait! Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus! What brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Huh? This is kinda sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-ar? Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Wait, so Ying-ar is the girl from Liyue that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-ar the whole time?
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-ar's heart.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-ar?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-ar is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windblumen Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-ar to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-ar's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Ying-ar?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Ah, thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie.
Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three. Okay, Paimon will do the honors. Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name, too.
All right. We also have Klee.
That's me! With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there? Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching. Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scryglass? According to the prophecy, once we've figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Oh, we know something about that.
What?
What?
Wow, that's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
This is it! We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy!
Ich hätte mir gerade einen Toffifee reingeschoben, ey. Mann. Es ist dunkel.
Map, it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look. Oh, it should be right up ahead.
Danke. Ich sehe den Zielpunkt auch.
Aww. I don't see any lanterns here. Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the lantern utmost joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something?
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Was man hier auf den Zettel geschrieben hat, ist: erhebe deinen Blick und frage den Himmel. Er meinte Mond.
Huh? It says to look up. But there's nothing above us. The wind didn't trick us, did it?
Man sollte den Zauberspruch aufsagen.
Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
Look! Look! The wind is blowing!
What a strong wind current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads us.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Here.
Das würde ich ja zu gerne sehen, wie der den da hochschleppt. Ach, wie süß. Guck mal.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, Kale. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
Das ist doch die
I
Laterne.
never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look. Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment. Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
Well, all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms, but I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy. Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
That sounds kind of smart, but why?
Ah, I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin, hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
Es scheint, als ob sie auch mal
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Ugh, don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona. I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world...
You can do it, Sucrose.
Then I would fetch a tetragenic sweet flower.
All right, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
Kale, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be that guide. For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tighnari, Cyno, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
All right, it's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait, the lantern just lit up! Whoa, all four sides of the lantern are glowing!
Huh? But...
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, all right.
Be rude.
Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey, you're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter.
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
Huh. So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Well, what are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no? The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there?
Mom? Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Oh, it's Alice. I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story. Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
So this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Then, what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter, also known as Gold. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning. If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each other?
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
Oh.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
Bye, Mom. Todoko says bye, too.
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Windbloom again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Ah, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windblume Festival to the fullest.
Nachdem Alice' Stimme verklungen war, erlosch auch die Lampe und wurde wieder zu einer normalen Dekoration. Zuerst waren alle in tiefes Nachdenken versunken, aber schon bald unterhielten sie sich wieder, sprachen zu zweit oder zu dritt, dann entfalteten sie ihre Windgleiter, um nach Mondstadt zu fliegen. Entfalteten.
Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Ja.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, let it out.
I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Okay. Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just... Well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still... The whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Of course, I didn't actually expect the Supreme Blessing to be real, but...
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windblume Festival's special ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help...
If anything, It should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
But I'd say we still learned something new.
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Ying'er, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Ying'er. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
Huh? Miss Ying'er?
Oh, so that's Miss Ying'er? I've never met her before.
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
I am so sorry, Miss Ying'er. But how did you... I mean...
Are you so happy just to see me?
Of course I am. I'm so happy that, I don't, sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Should we go see how they're doing?
Oh, I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
I am so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius?
I may have read about that in a book before.
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do. Why don't you give it a try, Kale?
Okay, I'll try my best.
They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture. Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. so I really hope that you'll like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish that the Anemo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
Kale, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Ah, Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
You're right. I almost forgot. Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
Oh, really? May I?
Of course.
Kale pustet in einem Atemzug in das Reagenzglas. Die Flüssigkeit darin verwandelt sich in eine schöne rosa-violette Farbe. Daraufhin bricht eine kleine leuchtende Wolke aus dem Reagenzglas hervor. Sie schwebt wie Zuckerwatte in die Luft, bevor sie plötzlich davonfliegt.
Huh? What was that?
It was like a little cloud of happiness, but now it flew away.
Okay.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tighnari! Cyno!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you. Cyno wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
Can you believe this guy? Huh. Let's knock him off his high horse.
Wait! I've got something to give you, too.
Huh? Kale has a gift for us?
Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windblumen Festival.
Süß. Ein Andenken. Was für eine Blume das wohl ist.
I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tighnari, and Cyno. During Windbloom, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But Tighnari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt.
Whoa, are these really for us?
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Padisauras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
Hier war die Kamera witzig. La Rositstrudel. Na, Kartenrücken. Windblume von Collet. So. Das war die 3. oder 4. Aktion, in der Alice vorkommt und in der man sie nicht sieht. Werden wir jemals Alice sehen? Und ich meine, wir erfahren immer mehr über sie, von wegen Hexenzirkel und hast du nicht gesehen. Aber ich weiß nicht, ob dann das Auftreten von ihr, wenn man sie dann schlussendlich, weil sie müsste ja theoretisch eine alte Frau sein. Keine Ahnung. Wenn ich das jetzt so noch mit Jay und so, wenn die schon tot ist? Komisch. Naja. Auf jeden Fall hätte niemand gedacht, dass die Reise dorthin geht. Mal gucken. Egal. Ich hau jetzt erstmal hier noch die Minispiele durch. So, heute haben wir wieder ein wunderschönes neues Lied. Und zwar Collet. Okay. Gucken wir mal, ob ich das hinkriege. Oh, falscher Knopf. Gott. Gott, das lief gar nicht. Trotzdem noch 87%? Okay. Also, da war ich richtig aus dem Takt. Da habe ich irgendwie überhaupt nichts getroffen am Anfang und habe auch die falschen Knopf gedrückt am Anfang. Aber hey, trotzdem noch 87% irgendwie hingehauen. Auf jeden Fall ein geiles Lied. Hat finde ich, einen coolen Beat. Ja, das gefällt mir. Das ist, ja. Ich wünschte, das Lied würde auch so Ambient Music mehr in diese Richtung haben. Gefällt mir gut. So. Zack. Wobei das dann vermutlich alles wieder geclaimt wird von YouTube. Ihr habt Musik benutzt! Ja. War ja nicht meine Absicht. So. Dann bringen wir mal ein paar Ballons zum Platzen. Einige Herausforderungsbereiche sind in Dunkelheit gehüllt. Aktiviere Lichtquellen, um das Licht wiederherzustellen, damit diese Bereiche wieder in Helligkeit erstrahlen und neue Windblumenballons erscheinen. Ah, okay. Also so eine komische Blume. Hm. So unter mir. Hilfe! Ausgetrickst. Okay, hier musste ich letztes Mal schon hoch. Okay. Speed. Ich bin Speed. Erstmal die Lichtquelle finden dann hier. Wo auch immer die. Oh! Da hinten. Okay. Das ist eine unsichtbare Wand. Krass. Okay. Ach, ich habe gar keinen Bums. Ah. Ich dachte, ich hätte einen Bums eingesammelt. Ach, ich habe gar keinen Bums eingesammelt. Hier sind überhaupt keine Bumse-Bums. Ach, jetzt. Ein Bums. Schon zu Ende eigentlich? Ja, bislang, okay. Mhm. Ja. Oh, da ist ein neues Boot. Wird schon passen. So, ach guck mal, 6600. Ja, das ist doch in Ordnung. Hauptsache alle Belohnungen. Das ist wichtig. So. Ordentlich abstauben. So. Haben wir noch Fotos. Letzte Foto. Worte zum Fotografieren. Oh. Da wird kalt. Warte mal, jetzt habe ich nicht gelesen. Egal. So, das gehört damit zum Mondstadt, ja?
Are you kidding me? This is even colder than the nights in the desert.
8 bis 16 Uhr. So. Sehr hübsch. So, nächstes Bild. Gar nicht lang fackeln hier. Fotopunkt für große zu sehen, Fotografierung aus von der Warteanimation. So, ja. Warteanimation. Fliege ich da? Ja, da fliege ich richtig. So. Na gut, da müssen wir jetzt doch ein bisschen warten. Hilft nichts. Ich hoffe nur, dass ich mir nicht den Arsch wegfriere. Och, ist das dein Ernst jetzt? Oh. Ey, da oben war aber keine Dings. Ne, das schaffe ich so nicht. Ich muss nochmal fliegen. Scheiße. Ist doch oben auf der Klippe. So eine Scheiße. Habe extra geguckt, ob das Licht da oben ist. Also ja, ne? Die Lichtsäule. Guck, da konnte man hier oben nichts sehen. Das ist, was hier oben sein soll. Aber es ist trotzdem hier. Hm. Hm. Dann warte ich mal auf die Idle Animation. So. So, gewinne ich zwar keinen Pulitzer mit, aber egal. Leute, das ist doch kalt hier. Was soll das denn? Ich frage mich echt, was Alice für eine Mutter ist, wenn die ihr Kind die ganze Zeit alleine lässt. Das ist alles sehr strange, finde ich. Komische Mama. Naja, gut. Oh. Okay, dieser Baum, ja. Yeah. So. Einsammeln. Einsammeln. So. Ich will aber nicht kämpfen. So. Vor allem nicht mit dir. Okay, dann schauen wir mal. 1300. Fehlen 8. Echt jetzt? Ne, für noch mehr. Es reicht noch nicht ganz. Für einen Waffenroll. Naja, dann morgen. Minispiel. Yeah. So, okay. Okay. Das war die Geschichte vom Hauch der Windblumen. Mal wieder eine Geschichte, in der Klee vorkommt und die dann mit Alice endet. Das scheint in letzter Zeit ein sich durchziehender Faktor zu sein. Naja. Ich bin gespannt auf Alice und das mit dem Hexenzirkel ist auch alles sehr interessant. Allerdings scheinen die ja auch nur ein paar Mages zu sein, die einfach Freundinnen waren. Mal gucken. Wie hießen sie noch? Wir haben den Namen von M nicht erfahren. Sie hat nur gesagt M. Aber... Ja, also wir haben A für Alice, N für Nicole. Dann, was war noch? Hab ich schon wieder vergessen.
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
J hatten wir. R, Rheindotter hatten wir. Die, glaube ich, auch noch eine wichtige Rolle spielen will. Und M war die, Wildschweinprinzessin. Naja. Wo das wohl hinführt. Ich bin gespannt. Okay. Naja. Alles klar. Dann war es das soweit mit der Story, meine lieben Freunde. Ich hoffe, sie hat euch gefallen. Ich hoffe, es hat ein bisschen euer Interesse geweckt, vielleicht diese Story weiter zu verfolgen. Mal gucken. Ich bin selber gespannt, was es mit dem Hexenzirkel auf sich hat. War auf jeden Fall ein schönes kleines cinematisches Video, was da abgespielt wurde. Und bin froh, dass wir das sehen durften. Yuri. Okay. Also dann, meine lieben Freunde, ich danke euch fürs Zuschauen. Haut rein, heimst euch die Belohnung ein. Und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Chosen!
Ah.